Good morning students. Welcome to you all to External Commerce. In this video, we are going to discuss Unit 10 Company Law and Secretarial Practice, Chapter 26 Companies Act 2013. Topic: some important basic changes made in the new Companies Act 2013. We will see. So, some important basic changes made in the new Companies Act 2013 are as follows. So, what are all the changes made in the new Companies Act in 2013? We are going to discuss. So, first one, incorporation of company. So, how it was incorporated? Okay, first, what are the types of companies? First, what are the types of company? In 1956, we have only public company and private company. Now the new Companies Act 2013 is introduced. So one more company is introduced, one person company. Okay, one more time. In 1956, only two types of companies, private company and public company. But 2013, private company, public company, and one person company. So it is a new introduction. Okay, so next one, maximum number of members for private companies. Maximum number of members for private companies. A private company can have a maximum of 200 members. In 1956, a private company have only 50 members. The new act, the Companies Act 2013, so the private company have maximum members 200 members. Then one person company, new concept is introduced. Commencement of business now applicable to all companies having the share capital. Okay, so second one, memorandum of association. So usually MOA responsible for outsiders. So what is the objective class? What is the objective of the company? It is mentioned in the MOA. So MOA to contain the objectives for which the company is proposed to be incorporated and any matter considered necessary in the furtherance thereof. So memorandum of association is responsible for outsiders. So what is the objectives of company is mentioned in the MOA. Okay, next, third one, key managerial person. Who are called the key managerial person? Section 251, key managerial person includes CEO, Chief Executive Officer or Managing Director or Manager, Company Secretary, Whole-time Director, Chief Financial Officer and such other officers as may be prescribed. So next one, appointment of whole-time key managerial person. Okay, so what are the procedure mentioned in the section 203? Okay, states that every company belonging to the class or classes of companies as may be prescribed shall have the key managerial persons, MD or CEO, Managing Director or Chief Executive Officer or Manager, and in absence of a whole-time director. Okay, then second one, company secretary. Third one, chief financial officer. So in the absence of whole-time director, state that every company belonging to the class or classes companies may be prescribed shall have the key managerial person. So it is given in the 203. The next one we are going to see regarding issue of share capital. First one, issue of shares at a discount. Okay, so only two types of equity shares other than the sweat equity shares cannot be issued at discount. Okay, so that means in 1956 we issued a shares at the discount, but now the sweat equity shares only can issue at the discount. Okay, so that means sweat equity shares only allowed to issue at a discount. Other than that, cannot be issued at a discount. So this is the changes in the 2013. Okay, so issue of discount means the face value is 10 rupees, means the issue value is rupees 8 rupees. Okay, so next one, issue of preference shares for more than 20 years. Issue of preference shares for more than 20 years. So preference shares have to be redeemed. So redeemed means buying back. Okay, so within the 20 years of issue, expect for the shares issued for prescribed infrastructure projects. So provided a certain percentage of shares are redeemed annually at the option of shareholders. So if the preference are issued means within the 20 years it should be returned to them. So that is redeemed to respective investors. Okay, understand? So next one we are going to see notice of alteration of share capital. So if any changes in share capital, so that should be informed to the register of the company within the 30 days of alteration of capital. Okay, so company shall file a notice in the prescribed form with the registrar within a period of 30 days of redemption of redeemable preference shares. Okay, so alteration of capital means if any changes in share capital, so the company should be informed to the registrar of the company within the 30 days of the alteration of capital, mean whether the capital increase or decrease. Okay, so next one, consolidation and division of shares. Consolidation and division of shares. So consolidation and division which results in changes in the voting percentage of shareholders shall require approval of the tribunal to be effective. So definitely affect the voting percentage, definitely affect consolidation and the division of shares, definitely affect the voting percentage of shareholders. So that's why the shareholders shall require the approval of the tribunal to be effective. So you do the consolidation in subscription period, allotment done by the board of directors. Okay, so the consolidation is the subscription period, allotment done by the board of directors. So these are all the basic changes in 2013. Next we are going to discuss meaning and definition of a company. So the word company is derived from the Latin word. The word company is derived from the Latin word cum, means with or together. Pains means bread. So company is a Latin word. So that means cum means with or together. Pains means bread. So and it's originally referred to an association of persons who took their meals together. So a company is a corporate body. Company is a corporate body and a legal person having the status and personality distinct and separate from the members constituting it. So company means members all join together, they start the company. So separate from the separate entity. So the members and the company are separated. So company is a artificial person. So it is created by an act. So company is a Latin word. So the company means the members are all joined together and start a company. They are separate from entity. So the members and the company are separated. So company is a artificial person. It is created by an act. According to law, created by an act, it is incorporated according to the law. So company means it is a group. It is an body corporate. So it is called a body corporate because the persons composing it are made into one body by incorporating it according to the law. So companies are created by according to the law and clothing in the legal personality. It's a legal person. So the word corporation is derived from the Latin word. The word corporation derived from the Latin word term that means corpus. So which means body. So the word corpus means body. So according to corporation is a legal person created by a process other than the natural birth. So it is for this reason sometimes it is called a artificial legal persons. You all know that company is a artificial legal person. So as a legal person, a corporate is capable of enjoying many of the rights and incurring many of the liabilities of the natural person. So an incorporated company owes its existence either to the special act of parliament or to company law. So public corporation like LIC, RBI, SBI, etc. So have been brought into the existence through the special acts of parliament. So whereas the companies like Tata Steel Limited, Reliance Industries Limited have been formed under the company law. So in the Companies Act, that is the Companies Act 1956, which is being replaced by the Companies Act 2013. So the Tata Company and Reliance Industries was formed under the Companies Law 1956, but now which is being replaced by the Companies Act 2013. So in the legal sense, a company is an association of both natural and artificial persons and is incorporated under the existing law of country. So in the terms of Companies Act 2013, section 220, company means a company incorporated under this act or under any previous company law. So I hope you all understood this topic.